Crash Course Instrumentation, Episode 43, How to Measure Resistance and Why You Must Power Down First. Measuring resistance seems simple until you get it wrong. In this episode of Crash Course Instrumentation, we'll cover how to measure resistance with confidence, avoid dangerous mistakes, and understand why powering down the circuit is absolutely essential. Plus, we'll look at how resistance played a huge role in controlling heavy machinery long before the age of semiconductors. What is resistance? Resistance is how much a material resists the flow of electric current. It's measured in ohms and represented by the Greek letter omega. In physical terms, resistance turns electrical energy into heat. A low resistance path allows more current to flow. A high resistance path restricts flow. Resistors are everywhere, from signal conditioning to current limiting and load balancing, and knowing how to test them is a core skill for any technician. Rule number 1. Always power down before measuring resistance. Your multimeter works by sending a tiny voltage through the test leads and measuring how much current flows. If the circuit is still energized, you're feeding extra voltage into your meter, and that can fry internal components or blow a fuse. Even if the power is off upstream, stored energy in capacitors can affect your reading. So double-check the circuit is de-energized and discharged. Never measure resistance on a live system. Never, ever, ever. How to measure resistance properly. 1. Turn off the power and verify it's off. Use the live-dead-live method if necessary. 2. Set your multimeter to the resistance or ohm setting. 3. Plug the black lead into COM and the red lead into the volts-ohms jack. 4. Place the probes across the component you want to test, not in series. 5. Wait for the reading to stabilize. If your meter shows OL or open, that means very high or infinite resistance. Try not to measure across an entire circuit. Remove or isolate the component when you can. Parallel paths can create false readings. Use continuity mode for quick checks. Most digital multimeters have a continuity setting that beeps if the resistance is very low, typically under 30 ohms. This is great for checking fuses, jumpers, terminal blocks, or wire runs. If there's no beep, you've likely got an open circuit. Continuity mode is especially useful because it's quick, clear, and safer than probing for voltage, especially in unknown or unfamiliar circuits. If you're just trying to verify whether two points are electrically connected, continuity is often all you need. You don't have to energize the system, and there's less chance of arc flash or measurement error. But remember, continuity and resistance aren't the same thing. Continuity answers, is it connected? Resistance tells you, how much opposition is there? Use resistance when accuracy matters. Use continuity when safety and speed come first. Did you know? Before we had variable frequency drives and power electronics, resistors were used to control crane motors and elevators. In these systems, large wire-wound resistors were physically inserted into the circuit to limit current and gradually ramp up motor speed. They'd glow red-hot under load and required ventilation and manual controls. If one failed open or shorted, the results could be dangerous. Motors might stall or spin up too fast. Resistance wasn't just a calculation, it was how you controlled horsepower. Today we have smarter systems, but the principle still matters. Resistance shapes how current flows. Quick recap. Resistance is measured in ohms across a component. Always power down before measuring. Avoid measuring across a complete circuit. Isolate components. Use bi-continuity mode for quick, safe checks. Continuity equal yes-no. Resistance equals how much opposition. Resistance once controlled giant motors and still matters today. Thanks for watching episode 43 of Crash Course Instrumentation. Next time, we'll dive into how to troubleshoot circuits using multimeter readings like a pro. Special thanks to Tony Kupalt and the ModL open source project. Explore more at ebiblio.org, Kupalt, Socratic Model. Like, subscribe, and join our Facebook group for more hands-on training, stories, and community.